There we go. Okay, now hit the song. There we go.
And don't mute us so we can talk during the intro.
That actually sounded like it.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was a little late, but
Thank you, Alex. You're free to go. Thank you for your duties. Everyone say bye to Alex.
Bye, Alex.
Okay, so welcome to Creech Talk, everyone. This episode of Creech Talk is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your ideas. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. Start building your website today at squarespace.com. Enter offer code CREATURE at checkout to get 10% off, and you can build yourself that website because
ladies and gentlemen,
Squarespace is cool.
Squarespace, square your face, as Jordan just said.
No, I didn't. It's Squarespace.
You said square face.
So if you gave them $100,
What do you have
they
against
give you
people with
$10
square faces,
back.
Jordan?
That's pretty good.
You have a pretty ovular face.
I mean,
are you ovulating right now
Maybe.
with your square face?
Maybe I am. Maybe I
You have a
ain't.
triangle face.
I have a triangle face.
Yeah, it's like triangle face. I'm a circle face. If we were animated right now, Jordan would be a square face. You'd be a triangle face.
Isn't the triangle one always the asshole
These glasses
one?
make it really hard to see, but they do cut down on the brightness quite a bit
Well, that's
because
the
it is
whole
super
point of
bright.
sunglasses, you dip.
Okay, well, welcome to Creech Talk, everyone. Let me just throw
I just
that
called
out
you
of the
a
way.
dip. I'm literally transporting back to the mental stage
You
of me
boo.
having the Game Boy
Unbelievable.
Color.
Unbelievable. Welcome to Creature Talk, episode 157. Last week, it was a chaotic, crazy fest
That was
of
a seven-man Creature
everyone. We
Talk.
had a guest of the Hundar
Hungry,
guy.
hungry Hundar.
Hungry Hundar. He was
Hardar.
sitting in on the Creature Talk last week with a whole mess of other people. So that was fun. But this week, we're down to a few less. And we'll actually be pulling in some of the other guys from the office during this one like usual. But we do have a full-on list of topics that I don't think I've
That
ever
Alex
seen.
compiled.
Yeah, that Alex
See,
compiled.
now that we have
He's
Alex, he actually goes through the news and picks out the specific
picked
things
some
that might
very
be
good
pretty
news
to talk
topics.
about.
So I really... there's some good stuff on there. You
really-
can start it out, Daniel. Or-
Well, again, I was trying to. Well, I don't know about the first topic on there. Let's skip around. Okay, so Star Wars.
wait,
I was
Spencer.
gonna pick that one too.
Star Wars. What are you trying to do? You just said pick one out, and then you're like, "Now, Spencer." Well, because I was leading
Now,
into the
Spencer
first
was
one.
doing something.
You were
today.
trying to lead into the first.
Yes,
one,
I
after
was.
telling me to take the lead.
Yes.
All right. Well, anyway, Star Wars is coming out on Blu-ray April. Well, digital April 1st, and out on Blu-ray April 5th.
That's
4
really
days later.
soon.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's still in theater. Like I could go to AMC and they're playing it right now.
Yeah. I mean, well,
Just saying.
it's one of those movies that generally they do that for movies that do outrageously well. They'll leave them in the theaters for as long as tickets are selling because, as we know, Gods of Egypt.
Now, I'm going to ask you this
Gods
question.
of Egypt was an empty theater opening week. Well, day after.
Let me
the
ask you a
weekend- after the
question
opening
here,
weekend.
Daniel. Gods of Egypt.
Well, I
How
knew you were gonna lead
this
into
isn't
that.
a Gods of Egypt question technically. This is more so how much does it cost a theater to screen a movie, do you think? With electricity and the section off of like how much it takes to pay the people that are there. Do you think they actually were able to profit off of 4 of us sitting in
I
the
bet it-
theater?
Well, okay, so we all
was it 5? Was
we
it
all
5
did
of us?
meals. It was 5 of us.
5 of us.
We all did meals.
That's true. You did
I can
meals.
I can disclose the total for our food was a little over $100.
What?
It was a little over $100.
Oh my goodness!
Plus the
Well,
tickets.
That sounds about right for
yeah, that's not too
Alamo.
bad. I mean, and the
Alamo's pretty
tickets for
expensive.
5 people was like 50 something.
I think it was like I bet to run that theater for that long. I bet it's between like $60 to $100.
How much of the ticket price? I mean, the ticket price does the movie take?
What? How much does the theater get of ticket price? Is
Yeah,
that what
I'm
you're
just-
saying?
I'm just saying how much
Not
the-
much. They don't get
probably like $3
I remember,
maybe?
I remember reading a breakdown on the how much the theater gets, or just the breakdown of a movie ticket in general.
Yeah.
And yeah, they get pennies on the dollar for that.
So they get
Okay.
food prices pretty much.
So well, that's
yeah,
where so
all their
Alamo-
money they make is off of food.
So the guy
concessions or
working for us, you know, I don't know, he's probably paid tip wage, so probably like $6 an hour, $7 an hour.
Did you tip him?
I don't know. He paid the bill.
Did you tip
Yeah,
him?
I tipped him.
Good.
I usually tip close.
So
to 20%.
he's probably like
That's good.
$15, $20 for him. The electricity it would take to run the machine and all the lights in the theater.
that machine up
I
there,
bet
the
it's-
movie machine where all the movie magic comes out.
All that movie
I bet
magic
it's
comes
60 to
out.
100 an hour, or like a movie, I should say.
I don't know. I'm not an electrician, but
I'm not either, so I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'm sure
I bet if there was a Star Wars screening happening at that moment in the same, like
it made more money
at the Alamo, they probably had more people there. Than
Oh yeah, easily.
I remember they did that with Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. Disney had re-released it because it was like it did so well, so they kind of kept it going in theaters for a bit. Disney, they just have a bunch of hits on their hands.
Well, I was considering going back to see Star Wars like soon here, but then
Well,
since
now
they're
what's
releasing
the
the
point? It's
Blu-ray,
gonna
I'm
come
just
out
like, I'll just get on Blu-ray.
Yeah, like a few weeks here,
in
and
a
then and then we're also kind of going off of movies. We're looking at Zootopia.
I'm excited for that.
I
one.
Disney's
purchased-
next thing, which just so happens to be sitting at a cool 100% on Rotten Tomatoes with a
based
98.
off of 60 plus
60 reviews, and it's at 100%. Now, bear in mind, it just has to be a 70% or better by each person to be a fresh rating.
It's not Pixar, is it? Is it Disney?
It's Disney Animation.
Disney,
it's
yeah.
the same studio that did Frozen and Wreck-It Ralph and
Wreck-It Ralph
Big
was
Hero
good.
6.
Oh, Big Hero 6 was really good.
How much money did Frozen make for Disney?
Merchandising,
Wait,
it was huge overseas.
It was huge here.
Yeah, it was huge here.
Massive.
No,
here.
yeah, I know.
But
I
it
went
did have
home
a good
to visit my
international
nieces,
appeal.
and they were all about.
And that's the thing
Frozen.
with animations is that they have like they can be localized, like easy localization for
yeah.
those, and it's just like, man.
12 billions. Cardboard tube. I don't.
They were sitting there signing the paperwork for Star Wars, and they were like,
1.276 billion box office.
Just one
"That's
movie.
just the
that's
movie.
Just box office.
That's just the movie.
Imagine
That's
that.
And that's
probably
not based on video sales.
I don't know. I just
Yeah,
found
that's probably not
Wikipedia.
Blu-rays. That's probably not. Hey, can you imagine that? They're sitting there signing over to George Lucas is sitting there signing paperwork, and they're like, and the personal assistant comes up. Yeah, we just made this in the past year on Frozen, so this isn't a loss.
So you're saying Frozen bought Star Wars?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Star
Frozen
Wars.
bought Star
also,
Wars.
Star Wars paid
and then
for
Star
half
Wars
of the investment.
paid for everything.
Half the investment. Well, I mean,
You know how much
merchandising.
merchandising.
I'm
Kinda
stupid.
say
Plus
it.
Blu-ray, it's gonna be nuts.
On Force Friday, we bought so much stuff there. And the next morning, I then went and bought a Kylo Ren Force FX lightsaber. So they made so much money.
Oh, they made so much money.
Yes,
Much money.
Yeah, Force Awakens made over $2 billion worldwide.
Wow.
I wanted to look up see if they had Frozen's
Crazy.
home video sales because I bet that.
Can we get a
house.
Frozen total?
Well, you had me look up Frozen earlier when I was looking at the Zootopia total for Rotten Tomatoes. It was 100%. No, not Frozen. You had me look up
Shaun the Sheep?
Inside Out.
Inside Out
was
Inside Out.
98%.
Oh.
98% on Rotten
And Inside
Tomatoes.
Out
There's
was
only like
pretty-
5 rotten reviews.
Inside
I
Out.
out
still
of like
good.
100 something.
I never
If you
saw
gave that a
it.
rotten review, you're rotten on Inside. That movie
rotten
touched
to the
me.
core.
I never saw that movie.
It's a good
so.
movie.
Never saw that movie.
But I
Star
bought
Wars
tickets
Blu-ray.
earlier for a Zootopia movie night. I know that's 2 streams in one day, 2 movie nights in 1 week.
I'm excited. Movie season's coming, and we're gonna hit
Well,
it
the
hard.
thing was, I didn't realize it was coming out this weekend because Liz has been wanting to see it, but I didn't realize it was coming out this week. And we were trying to figure out what we were going to film on Friday, and it was just like, let's go see Zootopia because it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Let's see here on. Holy shit! It made total domestic video sales on DVD and Blu-ray, and once again, DVD is winning out over Blu-ray, which is
Yeah, it
hilarious.
seems like that's funny.
Total domestic sales, just domestic for Frozen, $365 million.
Man,
So
that
plus
is nuts.
1.2 billion, and then whatever
that's
they made
1.5 billion.
across the sea.
Over 1.5 billion.
that's probably a three.
Across the sea.
I'd say it's a $3 billion franchise, at least.
So, it has an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Yeah,
Frozen.
yeah.
Well,
New
Star Wars
IP.
Blu-ray.
You're always glad when new IPs do that. I'll tell
Star
you
Wars
what.
Blu-ray
Oh, yeah.
is
So Star Wars
coming out,
Blu-ray.
and I'm
It's going to have a
excited.
feature. I think it said it had a full
documentary.
Full-length documentary.
I'm gonna watch the shit out of that thing.
And then on top of that, all the other little bits.
And deleted scenes.
and deleted scenes.
Because
And
I
if
thought
it's-
they weren't going to include them for some reason.
If it's anything like any of the Marvel releases, I bet it will have bloopers. I don't know if it said that on the breakdown.
the Star Wars box set I have has bloopers on it.
Olaf merchandise, $7 billion.
Jesus. Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf.
Well, you fell into the Olaf merchandising trap with your.
I was quite
singing
impressed
Olaf or
with a
whatever.
singing Olaf that could roll around
Wait,
on his own.
Oh, you know what? It was so weird because when I went back home, my nieces they would listen to the Disney Channel on Pandora.
Yeah.
And that song would come on in the summer. And I only heard that part. because that's the only part he sang.
In summer.
Yeah. So like every single time it came up, I just thought of that part where Spencer edited it to be like demonic, where it's like like super creepy.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there.
I want to see if they have bloopers on there. But yes, anyway.
You know they have Olaf in Disney Infinity? So like you can
That's
play
not
as it's
surprising
like
at all.
Iron Man and then Olaf can be on a team together.
Do they not have Elsa and
They
the other
they
girl?
do have them. They have Anna in it, and she has a shovel as her weapon. 'Cause they're like, well, what do we give Anna? Well, nothing. Give her a shovel.
I always forget Anna's name because Elsa, they like in the Do You Want to Build a Snowman? She's like Elsa, and so like
Elsa?
and I've only seen the movie once, so
Elsa.
I like Anna
yeah.
better.
You know, I want to talk about it a little bit. It's really strange for a digital release to only come out a few days before, because I think the reason why they usually release it like 2 weeks beforehand is so they could sell the people who are really impatient and also want it digitally. But you can wait for the digital, Blu-ray, DVD, digital HD pack. I don't know.
Where you get everything in one.
So I've bought
really
probably,
kinda strange.
I've bought a lot of Blu-rays over the past few years. I've never once redeemed any of the downloadables.
I've redeemed
know what?
one. Pitch Perfect.
Never, ever.
I've redeemed
I
a
stole it
bunch.
from someone.
I know you
because
have.
It's
'Cause it
really
usually
valuable for me
requires-
because I like watching them on
It
planes.
usually requires the third-party app half the time.
It does.
And it's not usually
Well,
just like
I just use Vudu. Vudu is the primary one that went out generally. Disney's pretty stupid about. Usually they don't have Vudu. You
'Cause
have
it's
to do it
the
through
ultraviolet
iTunes
thing.
or whatever. Yeah. Voodoo is
Makes
through
me mad.
ultraviolet.
Makes me mad.
You can redeem ultraviolet codes on Voodoo. It's real easy. All you have to do is sign up and make an account. But you had bought the extended Hobbit trilogy, and you gave me the digital thing in there. So it was like I
did.
I have those.
Did I?
You gave it to me, and then I was like, Jordan, are you sure you don't want this? And you did have a look of regret in your eyes at first, and you're like, no, you can have it.
Yeah, because I'd never touch it.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
still- I
watched
mean, I
The
s-
Hobbit on planes before. I remember you watched one of the Hobbit movies on the plane, on a plane ride.
I think I watched it with you on the way to Sweden. I watched Hobbit with someone.
Well, we watched Prestige as well on
That
the way
was
back.
so good. I loved
That was the first time you'd ever seen
Really?
it. Was on
the
the plane
Prestige is my
with me.
favorite movie.
It
like,
left
of
an
all
impact
time.
on me. 'Cause
Well,
I,
The Prestige is also my favorite movie, and I decided that before you did, Jordan.
I showed it to someone now, and I got to see the look that I had in my eye.
Yeah, it's fun,
pretty
isn't
good.
it? You just
It's a
like
great
look
movie.
over at them,
and
like
you watch the whole time, and you're like, "Oh fuck."
it all makes sense when you
Oh,
watch
it
it
all
a second
clicks
I
time.
don't think there are bloopers, at least announced.
What were you gonna say about me when we started Creature Talk, Jordan? You're like,
I'm saying
Spencer,
you had
He was
the-
talking- he was
you
trying
could
to
cover
lead
the
off
first
the-
topic because you were talking about it earlier.
Well, this morning, so when they
There's 105 milligrams of sodium in this.
yeah, they fucking salt you out.
That's a lot of sugar too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well-
what it's crack in a can.
Anyways, last year at E3, there was a game that I saw that I was very impressed by, called No Man's Sky. But I was very underwhelmed because they said it's on PS4, and I don't have a PS4. So, but it's also on PC, which I didn't know about, and it looks fucking awesome.
So they just announced it
No
for
Man's
PC,
Sky.
or they?
No, I think it may have always been there. I just didn't see it. I don't know.
No.
They may have just announced it, but it looks really good.
No,
And
yeah. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Then they said PS4, and I was like, "I'll never play it."
The
I
guy
have a
who-
PS4, and I still haven't touched it.
the guy who
pretty sad.
made it was interviewed, and he was
Looks
like,
gorgeous.
"If you want to play a game that's first-person shooter and progresses the story, go play Destiny. This isn't that." I was like, "Wow."
Whoa,
He's
man.
like,
Okay.
Man,
I was like, Jesus. But he also
Slam
said
dunk.
Destiny was a great game after he said that statement. But I just thought that was funny. So I think it's more of like exploration, peaceful. You listen to a podcast and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, just kind of flying, exploring planets and stuff, and
One
seeing
of
what
the
kind
main
of crazy
pictures
monsters.
is literally an X-wing. I mean, it's not an X-wing, but it looks like an X-wing.
You think Marty O'Donnell ever played Destiny?
Who's Mario O'Donnell?
That's pretty mean, Dan.
I'm just asking.
It's pretty mean. I doubt it. Either that, or he guiltily plays it in private every single day.
He's like, why is this so good?
He's addicted to it, and he's just like weeps. That'd be pretty sad.
He's like at work.
That'd be pretty sad.
Oh, poor
shook that man's hand.
Marty O'Donnell. We all shook his hand, and then he tried to give us cards for his.
Oh yeah, well I wasn't
Hey,
there
he
when that happened.
He
I
was
wish I
nice
was.
though.
I
He
was like,
that
oh
could
yeah,
be
I'll
a
sure
good
look into
connection.
that later.
Hey, come on. He was a nice guy.
No, he was a nice guy.
But
course
No
he
Man's
was.
Sky does look
I
really
did
good.
keep the
I'm
card, though.
quite excited for that. It's coming out in June, and I will definitely stream that because it'll be fun. But,
Cool.
Dan, why don't you take the third topic?
Dun, dun, dun. Ghostbusters trailer.
Is that all you're gonna do? Ghostbusters trailer.
Okay, so the trailer for the Ghostbusters. I keep playing the first level over and over again and not saving, so I haven't hit a save point. Trailer for Ghostbusters hit this morning. I think I had heard yesterday that it was going to launch today. And it seems that you were pointing out on the YouTube video, it
got really bad dislike ratio.
It has maybe like a 60% like to dislike ratio.
It's more like 70% dislikes.
Oh, really? I thought I was looking at it at an angle, so maybe I was.
Maybe I saw it wrong. Check it out. But yeah, I was kind of surprised because it wasn't a great trailer by any means, but I thought it was entertaining. Like we both chuckled during it.
So what I was saying was, there's enough promising stuff in there that I mean, the action stuff looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. The comedy is kind of
There's only a couple scenes I was like,
I like Paul Feige? No,
Kevin
that's
Feige?
Kevin Feige. I like the director.
Feige?
And I like the people involved. So I'm not. I didn't get a hearty like belly laugh out of it, but I was saying I hope they're saving the really, really, really funny stuff for the movie. I doubt they are, because any movie marketing campaign is going to show the best stuff generally.
Well, they showed enough to get me interested.
But I was hoping they were taking that approach. Oh yeah, it does. It has 37,000 thumbs up and 57,000 thumbs down. I think it has a lot more likes than it typically would, just because people are trying to battle that dislike thing. I'm gonna No, I'm not saying that.
I saw it. I watched it the second time.
It does not deserve that.
I realized while watching it the second time. So there's a scene with Chris Hemsworth where he just walks in, and you're expecting him to do something, but then they cut to where she gets possessed.
Yeah.
They literally, he did this. He walked in a door and did this, and then cut away. I'm like, okay, that was very strange. I know they just want to show that he's in it, but
they often do that with trailers with women, but usually they're just walking through the door and it's sexy.
Hemsworth.
So I mean,
guess so.
That was pretty much you're just privileged white man.
I'm not saying that. I'm fine with Chris Hemsworth being in it. I'm just saying it was weird that they showed.
I'm kidding.
They showed him.
But in the sense of marketing, like
Chris
that happens
Hemsworth?
all the time, where they will literally just show a woman walking in, and that's it. That's all they'll show in the trailer.
And they're like, "Oh my God, she's hot."
But I don't think he has that big of a role in the film. I think he's more so their secretary. I think was the role.
Okay.
So
he's eye candy, which that's fine.
I think he's kind of the Rick Moranis-y other lady from the first one role. But somebody got 98 thumbs up, and it says, "This is sucks." That's the comment.
And that's
Apparently
this is sucks.
Well, somebody said stop deleting comments, and it has 182 thumbs up. So maybe they're deleting comments off of the video.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if they're deleting comments that are outrageously rude,
I know, but you can
that.
never win. You can never win. You delete comments, people get more upset and angry, and they're always gonna win. They're always gonna win.
Yeah. But I was surprised I actually liked the trailer because I didn't have a lot of high hopes for it. But I was kind of impressed. I like the blonde-haired girl. She's funny.
The effects look really good. The ghost stuff.
People are saying the SJWs are rising up about it.
Why?
Well, I mean, rightfully so. I mean, if it's just getting shat on, then I can understand defending.
Why are they rising up?
I don't know. I think they're going against the movie.
Why?
What?
I didn't hear anything gender negative or positive for it. It was kind of just neutral.
There was some Harry Partridge. He does those animations on YouTube. I follow him on Twitter. He was saying that because this movie isn't supposed to be in the canon of the originals, this is supposed to be the first event where this has happened.
But it
in
starts
this universe.
it says 30 years ago.
Exactly. He was saying. He said it does not make any sense that a non-canonical or canonical or whatever how you said that movie directly references the events of the original movie.
Because it makes it seem like this happened 30 years ago. Now a new team's taking over. It's not like in a new universe.
But the effects look really good. It looks like some of the ghost stuff is kind of like practical effects mixed with
with
CG,
the goo,
CG stuff, and I mean, some of the ghosts look like they really filmed the person, and then it just
the
made
first ghost was Silver.
Daniel, is this a 2-hour loop?
No.
My goodness.
I rendered it, but I haven't put it in the Dropbox yet. I do have Dropbox on this. On this.
Why?
You keep seeing the flicker.
Out of the corner of my eye, I see the black
too.
flicker, and I was just like, okay, Daniel rendered that.
This is the one that's 13
was always
minutes long.
rendered.
13 minutes long. I thought it was 10 minutes long.
I didn't see that. I've never noticed that.
Well,
before.
because you're usually you're
That's
not on the sides. We see it out of our peripherals.
What was that? The peripherals?
That's a reference from King of Queens. King of Queens.
My goodness.
But I think it could be possibly a good movie. It's not like I saw Pixels as the trailer. That I saw and I was like, that looks like garbage. Same with Gods of Egypt. It's just
Pixels looked promising.
Did it?
I mean, to me, it looked better than any of the other Adam Sandler releases of a
Yeah,
while.
I guess.
I'd say it didn't look
Maybe
that bad.
I've
I
seen
laughed
it
at
now.
that Pac-Man part, and that was, but they used it for all the trailers, and I saw it so many times by the time it rolled around
Which
the
one?
movie. I'm like,
The creator one?
yeah, where he's
Yeah.
like, my son, and then he
Yeah,
bites
that's
off his
pretty-
arm, and it's just like,
See, I like that joke as the setup for it. I didn't like the delivery of when he got his hand chopped off. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
That's
But
not,
I did like
that's
my
not even
son.
really the creator either.
Yeah, it's just some Asian guy they put in there.
But yeah, I mean, Pixels looked all right to me. Now I have to.
Of
Defend
course,
my,
I've seen
now I
it
have to
now.
defend my saying Pixels looked all right.
Oh yeah,
Use that like
but
prom
I've seen it
training.
now, so I'm obviously biased because I'm like, well, it was a steaming pile of garbage.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I was really excited because I had been following Pixels ever since that original video came out that the movie was based on. A video called Pixels.
yeah,
And
I
that.
saw that like when it first came out.
Yeah, that was.
That was horrible.
There is no trash can. I don't know what you're going
I was
for.
throwing at the lens,
Oh.
trying to see if I could hit the camera.
But
I like how that's a goal we have now.
Yeah. Pixels looked promising, but it sucked. I agree.
No, it said, but I sucked.
It does say, but I sucked. But you know, I
So
think,
who knows what happened at that movie theater? Okay, so looks like we got some more TV/movie news. It says that Flash and Cyborg in Batman, or is that Batman versus Superman?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Batman
I want
versus
to get
Superman
your
confirmed.
opinion on this.
Well, you know,
I thought this was confirmed.
the only
forever
time
ago.
I've seen the Flash
I know Cyborg was. But
Is
this is
when-
what Alex put on the list.
is when that
It's
kid
confirmed now.
Tony in Daddy Daycare dressed up as the Flash, and then Cyborg, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is that guy in Teen Titans.
Yes.
Yep.
And I've seen like one episode of Teen Titans.
Titans, pretty good.
So I think with those two combined, there would really be a good element of shock value that would really add to how Batman versus Superman is composed, and
How would
the
you-
general composition of the movie would be severely strengthened with these two additions to the cast.
Who would you add to the Justice League? So right now it's Aquaman, Flash, Cyborg, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Who would you add?
I mean, you need some fish in there, so I'd say Shark Man, and then
I mean Shark Boy?
Lava Girl.
Okay. Those are good choices.
Hey, you know what would be hilarious? Taylor Lautner could play Sharkman because he was Shark Boy. So
Who's that?
The guy
Is
who
there
played
actually a
Shark
Shark Man?
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
There's
there-
actually a Shark Man though.
I'm
just going off
saying
of me
he could
saying
grow up
Sharkman.
and become Sharkman, and Taylor Lautner could play a superhero because he's been wanting to.
I want Keanu Reeves playing Constantine.
I think
on
his
Justice
career is
League.
pretty much almost done now. But
Yeah, most child actors are. Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah, so I guess Flash.
so they're
and-
confirmed for the movie.
They're confirmed for the movie to be
they've been
in the film.
okay.
Because I mean, I think I mean, once they announced that Ray Fisher was cast as Cyborg, it was pretty certain that he was going to be in Batman v Superman.
Yeah, and then
but
Ezra
I didn't know.
Miller.
I didn't know in what capacity. But apparently, somebody who had Entertainment Weekly, somebody from Entertainment Weekly who had seen a early screening of the movie, I guess, had said something. And it just confirmed. He said there are other characters like Aquaman, the Flash, and Cyborg who turned up in kind of smaller roles, more cameo-oriented. So it confirmed that he,
Well,
because
he's
he has
probably
seen the
gonna get a
movie,
stern
so it
talking
confirmed.
to.
Yeah, I don't know what the whole point of that was, but
I'm all for Captain Underpants and the Justice.
Oh, that'd be
in the
awesome.
Justice League.
Justice
I would
League.
love Captain Underpants in that movie. It does make sense, but
Would he be animated or just a crazy loon in underpants?
It's a crazy loon in underpants. He could just walk through the
You know
set.
what? It would
Can they
probably
do
be
a Harry
Danny
Potter
DeVito.
crossover?
Pretty good.
Harry Potter crossover
It'd probably be Danny DeVito in
as the
underwear.
Penguin. He was the Penguin.
No, he'd be
have
Captain
lilies
Underpants.
eyes.
He'd be Captain Underpants. Okay, anything else on these flashing cyborgs?
I don't know.
That's cool. I mean,
It's not a surprise because it's setting up for the Justice League, and they're not going to have any.
I want
of
them
their
to
own
put
movies, so
Darkseid and bring in
anytime
Batman v
anytime
Superman
soon.
2.
Yeah. What?
Anyway, Xbox One / PC unification.
Now this is all.
Do you know anything about
hearsay.
this?
No.
I do.
See, this is why I wanted you to look
No,
at the
I
topics
know-
before you
I know
actually
about
talk.
this.
I put all the ones that we might talk about.
I know about this. Okay,
All
so
right, talk about it, Spencer.
is it Phil Spencer who's the head of Xbox
Yes.
right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe he was talking about the next Xbox in line, and he said he wanted to move away from consoles because consoles were good at a time when people couldn't afford PCs, but now we're in a time where PCs are more affordable every year. Consoles are kind of losing their
What a
pizzazz.
smart man.
So he wants to release an Xbox that can be modified, pretty much. So it's like he's releasing a PC.
So like,
like a Steam
a
box.
Steam box.
And so it's pretty much a Steam box. And
you know what? I had a dream last night. This is me as Phil Spencer, by the way. I had a dream where a machine could play video games but it's like a computer.
So it could be
And you can have your
upgraded.
entire Xbox library on there. Sound good? Good, we're doing it.
Actually-
right now, Xbox PC coming soon to a theater near you.
I think it's not a terrible
Is that
idea.
what he sounds like, Jordan? Because you've met him before.
Oh.
I
can't remember
think
what
it's
he
not a
sounds
terrible
like.
idea. I think it's probably good to evolve. And he just says when the console has to like go for a 5-6 year span, it just doesn't make sense to have the same.
No, they need to be going for 10 years.
Well, yeah, but
I actually was
that's the whole
curious
point of
about
this.
that. I
They
looked
could
it up
release an
because I was like, how long did the Xbox 360 last? And it was
5 years.
8 years.
8 years?
8 years.
The original Xbox was 5 years.
Original Xbox was 5 years. Xbox 360 was 8 years. This Xbox One has been going for 2 years now.
2013, so it's
3 years.
It's like
3 years.
Well,
3 years.
3 years in November.
I don't think.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they're gonna release something in the next like 2 years. It's gonna be short.
It sounds like they want to do it so it's like it's pretty much going to be the Steam box where it's modifiable, so that way when you buy something you can just buy like more
Well,
RAM.
what they're going to do is they're going to have it so you can pair it with their third-party hardware. So instead of selling the Kinect with it, they're going to be starting to sell the glass stuff. What is that called?
Google Glass?
HoloLens. Because if
Yeah.
they don't have a way to sell those separately, because they're trying to like treat that stuff all like DLC, so they can sell a full-on package of like you get the Xbox thing, you get the HoloLens, you get a Kinect, you get this other VR software, like, and there's just like
It's
I don't know.
amazing
We'll
they
figure
haven't
it
done
out.
it up to this point, considering Microsoft has owned Xbox this entire time, and
Yeah.
they haven't gone towards a more so like really connect. They've kept it very separate.
if
from
they
the
can make
PCs.
the HoloLens like full like did both of you guys try it or
I know
I wasn't
Kanye
there.
West was
neither of
actually
you guys
doing
tried
it when
it?
I went up.
I
So
wasn't there.
basically how it works is it's just like glasses as far as viewing through them, but then there's like a little like two screens in there. So the images appear in your atmosphere only on those two screens. So it's not like a full on like they need to make it so it's the entire glasses so that you can't look away from it.
Oh, okay.
Because currently it's just two little screens, so you could look to the right and it still and your peripherals wouldn't see anything there. But when you
Peripherals.
look back, it would come back. But it's super cool.
You weren't there either?
No, Kanye West was doing it when I went up.
Oh, okay. See, I think we were holed up in the hotel doing Road to E3 videos.
Yeah, no, that was the one day I went in though,
Yeah.
because I went in the day
I remember
after they had done it.
I remember last year I was like, next year we need to figure out the editing schedule for
really
this
do.
because we end up missing a lot of E3 because of that.
I was exhausted
Yeah, no, that was
because I was
always
also
the
driving.
worst.
Oh yeah.
That was
yeah, I
fun.
drove
though.
too. That sucked.
But I think it's a good idea. They can modify it. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, they've been with the newer like Xbox exclusive games. They've been giving out free PC copies for Windows 10. So I think they're trying to.
Well, I
they're
remember
trying to give. They're
big,
giving away
the
Windows.
big thing
10.
was the Gears Ultimate Edition or whatever, or Legendary Edition or whatever they were talking about porting to the PC.
Yeah, apparently it's getting terrible reviews because
Really?
it's a really bad port.
Yeah.
Was it officially launched recently?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Also, the other game they gave away for free was what was it? It was like Quantum Break or something like that.
I love Quantum of Solace. Anyway, next topic.
No, I was in the middle of a statement. They were giving away free copies, and apparently it was a really bad port. So
Quantum Break.
Quantum
that
Leap.
new
Love that show.
yeah, either way,
Quantum Break.
Quantum-
Oh, the one with
Quantum Conundrum.
Iceman.
yeah, and the guy from The Hobbit.
Hmm?
No, from Lord of the Rings. Not Sean Astin. Mary. He's from Lost.
Dominic Monaghan.
Dominic
There you go.
Dominic
I knew it was
Monaghan.
Monaghan.
He's in it as well.
Monaghan. Gotcha.
Billy Boyd.
Billy Boyd.
My name's Billy
I actually
Boyd.
don't like when they do that, when they put actors in video games. It kind of takes me out of it. I don't
But
know
they
why.
put actors in movies.
I know, that's why no, it's stupid that I think like that, but I don't know. When I see a game with an actor, I'm like, oh.
I like ones where they change the actors' features. It is distracting because you're more so expecting voice actors more so than actors.
Yeah.
But I do like I enjoyed what was the one with Ellen Page?
Oh, yeah.
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls. That one was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
But like in Until Dawn, I was editing James's playthrough of that and like seeing the girl from Heroes, the blonde girl.
Yeah.
Hayden
Panettiere.
Panettiere.
Seeing her in that, I was kind of like, oh yeah, it's the girl from Heroes. And granted, that's my fault that I associate that with her, but
Yeah, I was about to say because Heavy Rain, those character models looked very much like the actors playing them. So But it's one of those things you don't know those actors, therefore you're more immersed. But I mean, it's like watching a movie. Or
and maybe it's just because
whatever.
I'm used to video games not having it in it. It's not really their fault. Like, good
Yeah.
for them for actually getting into video game and stuff like that. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
just. I
No,
don't know.
it surprised the
I
hell
don't
out of me
like
when I
it.
watched the special features for Heavy Rain because I was like, oh shit, they look exactly like those people. I wonder if that's what that girl looks naked when she takes a shower. Anyway,
Oh, what is this next?
Oh,
What
this
is
is
this
now-
next garbage?
now we're on Spencer's thing.
So if you had been watching a live stream right before, so this morning it was like
I
we
turned
played
the
Mario
sound
Party
off.
8. We played Mario Party 8, and then we left. We went to lunch, and then while we were at lunch, you guys got to watch Nintendo Direct, and it was kind of
This
not,
is a very.
it wasn't
This is Nintendo Day on the creature.
it wasn't underwhelming. It was just kind of it was fine. But they
creature
announced
sub.
new Kirby, Planet RoboCop, no Planet Robobots, which is cool. It's same game engine as the last one, but it looks like fun.
You didn't explain anything about Kirby. You just said new Kirby, and then you went on to explain this new thing. What's the deal with Kirby?
Well, okay, so it's the same game engine as the last game, and
Kirby's
it
Epic
literally
Yarn?
looks like DLC for the last game, kind of.
The Yarn game?
No. They had a game on 3DS. It was called like Super Mega.
See,
Ultra
I only
or
count
something.
console games as really the
Oh, well,
real,
then you're
last
gonna be
real
so
games.
bored for this.
Oh.
The next Metroid Prime
Says as
game,
he
which
plays
has
a Game Boy version of Donkey Kong.
the next Metroid Prime is gonna be multiplayer with no Samus in it, which is weird.
Is Ronda Rousey playing Samus in that?
That'd be cool, but no, it's a 3DS game again.
Did you hear about that, Jordan?
She wants to play Samus.
She wants to play Samus in a feature film adaptation.
Who's Samus?
And then for 3DS, they're releasing a lot of.
She plays
SNES
Metroid
games.
Prime.
They're-
She's the lady in Metroid Prime.
They're releasing
Who's
a lot of
Metroid Prime?
SNES games like Link to the Past on my birthday, which is cool, and they're releasing a bunch of other ones. Again, really cool. New Paper Mario for
That's a
Wii
secret I
U.
didn't know.
That's all colory. And
All colory?
Martha is going to be in the new Monster Hunter, which
My
is cool.
goodness, when is Nintendo gonna actually do something that's not what they've always made for their entire lifespan? Can't they try something
Splatoon.
new?
Yeah, I didn't-
Splatoon.
How did that do?
Really well.
Well, then why don't they do more?
They will.
More
well,
Splatoon?
that's
I know.
what
I'm
you're
just saying
complaining
more.
about.
I'm just saying more new stuff. They
I
do
think they
one
are.
thing,
I think the mindset before.
and then they just make 50 different Mario's every
the
year.
mindset, but
Guys, I'm
but-
going to start the second level now.
Can I fucking finish
I'm going
a
to start.
sentence?
I'm going to start the second level though. That's wait.
Congratulations.
What? Oh, I could save the game. I just always turned it off right when I beat it.
I think the mindset before there was a big management change at Nintendo was that they were kind of focusing on their current
Phil Spencer move in?
IPs, and they let a team work
Oh,
on Splatoon. But like Splatoon's the only IP they've released in a long time that's like completely brand new from Nintendo itself, not third party. So
Yeah.
I think right now they're focusing on newer IPs since they saw how well Splatoon did, because Splatoon sold like fucking crazy.
Yeah. I remember. I mean, you guys were all about that.
I love
You
Splatoon.
and Dex were all playing it all the time.
Do you guys still play it?
I do play it. They're still
What
doing
a flop.
they're doing free DLC for it.
What,
What
a
a flop.
flop of a game.
Any chance Jordan can say it was a
Speaking
flop?
of flops, talk about Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, get wrecked!
Oh my goodness,
Get
Spencer!
wrecked!
Just saying.
I really,
Savage.
to be honest, I have
Savage pants.
no idea what Andromeda is.
You have
Was
no
there
idea?
something new that happened? Like
Okay, so what happened was one of the heads, like the head writers, left.
Casey
Just
Hudson?
up and left halfway through.
Drew
I think
Caprician?
again, like I don't know Mass Effect, so I'm talking about my ass right now. But I read an article a couple weeks ago about it.
Got pushed back to 2017.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was to be expected, though.
Oh,
to
yeah, I
expect it
don't
to come
expect
out fall this year.
Anything from EA or any of the big publishers to come out when they
Well, even
say
a Mass Effect game. Like,
anything is
Mass
not
Effect
going to
3
come
got
out when
pushed
they
back
say.
Trying
a
to
lot,
say,
didn't it?
I
Oh,
liked
yeah.
the title a lot. I like the word Andromeda.
I don't even know what that means.
It reminds me of that TV show Andromeda with Kevin Sorbo. That was
What if they put Kevin Sorbo
that was
as
Gene
the main character?
Roddenberry's show after Star Trek, and it was like in the '90s, and it was just this cheesy
Kevin
sci-fi
Sorbo
show.
is
That
next level.
yeah, well, the last movie I saw he was in was God Is Not Dead.
Oh.
That horrible movie.
Oh, no.
Horrible looking movie. I can't say it's horrible. I haven't seen it, but I've only heard bad things. Therefore, it must be bad. Did you ever see the trailer for that, Jordan? I think we've talked about it before.
I saw it. It was really bad.
I don't think so.
That
So
was
it's
the
one
one
of those
where,
really cheesy Christian films.
yeah, and it was very opposed to any other viewpoints.
Yes.
And it was almost.
Hey,
like,
don't worry. God Is Not Dead 2 is coming out soon, starring Melissa Joan Hart,
What?
Oh,
where she's a teacher who preaches during class and then gets taken to Congress about it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, that was wasn't
she
that
has to argue her.
Wasn't that the one where it was
speaking
an
of Melissa
atheist
Joan Hart.
teacher and he's like, you can't believe in God.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
He
Kevin
has to say
Sorbo's like,
everybody.
God is still alive.
At the beginning, a new kid is in his class, and at the beginning of his class, he has to say everybody has to write that God is dead, which is nobody would do.
By the
that.
way, that teacher
yeah,
would get
no one
fired so quick.
I know
Yeah.
it doesn't even fucking make sense. He'd
Besides-
just be a crazy lunatic dude.
I would say there are some shitty ass atheists out there, just like there are religious people. But I would just most atheists are like, believe what you want to believe. You know, do whatever you want. I don't care. Just do whatever the fuck you
As long
want.
as someone's accepting, being able not to,
long as you're not killing
attack
people, I
other
don't
people,
care.
then people can, have the right to believe whatever they want. That's the idea of a free country.
Yeah.
But speaking of Melissa Joan Hart, I actually found out that
Oh wait, we got a new topic. Pokemon. Oh yeah, okay. I'll talk about that next. You can.
no one cares about
I care.
Pokemon.
All right,
I
Spencer,
care.
take on the Pokemon
Wait, no,
thing.
he has to finish this and finish your thing.
Oh yeah, Melissa Joan Hart. I want to hear about this. This is about Melissa and Joey. That show.
No, that
two
piece
other
of trash.
fucking-
I was saying, so my personal trainer, he is an actor and was actually a personal trainer on a couple episodes of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Ooh.
He was talking about how he gets royalty checks from the show still.
Oh really? Well, I mean that's on
was pretty
syndication
funny
for a
yeah,
lot
they
of-
have it everywhere, and he's just like, yeah, I just got my Sabrina check the other day.
Yeah, my income is training you in Sabrina checks.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
What the
I just
fuck?
thought I'd say that.
Did he have any fun
is pretty
stories?
funny.
Did you ask him?
Yeah, not really.
Son of a bitch. Jordan, that was an opportunity to ask him about what's his name? The cat, Salem.
Salem, I forgot he's.
There was the guy who did the voice of Angry Beavers. He's speaking of King of Queens earlier. He's one of the associate producers on King of Queens, and he pops up every once in a while. I'm like, hey, it's Salem. / one of the Angry Beavers. Angry Beavers.
So back on Nintendo.
Back on Stink.
So
Thanks,
For-
Alex, for adding that back in there.
So also I missed the one thing from the Nintendo Direct. They revealed more about the Star Fox game, which is pretty much just HD Star Fox 64, which isn't a bad thing. But they announced another Star Fox game where you play as Slippy, everyone's favorite Star Fox character. And I think you talk to Slippy's uncle or something. It's really weird. But it's free with the game. which is
Slippy's
cool.
the toad, right?
Yeah. The one that's like, watch out, Star Fox!
What's the bird?
Falco.
Annoying bird.
The bird that doesn't give a shit about anyone.
I'm the Great Leon.
And then there's the rodent.
I am the Great Leon.
But anyways, there's
I've
two
never
Star Fox
played
games
Star
as well.
Fox.
And guess what, Jordan? You're
Do a
just in
barrel
luck.
roll.
They work with amiibos.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So
That's
they-
my favorite.
Just in case.
They
That's
need
my
more
favorite.
amiibo
But you know what the
integration. in
amiibo
They
all their
need
does?
to
games.
add much more amiibo
You know what the
integration.
Amiibos does?
What does the amiibo?
Do you know what the
integration
Amiibos does?
When you click it to the gamepad, it turns it into an 8-bit Starfighter instead of a regular one.
Look at that.
So you
Look
like
at
playing
that. You
HD?
have visual,
Not anymore.
You have visual enhancements that actually de-hance the experience.
But it brings back that nostalgia.
So
feeling.
you
I
get
used
to
feel when I had
pay
happiness
to
in my
take
life.
away enhancements. That's crazy. I never thought Nintendo would be so smart to do something.
But
like
guess
that.
what Nintendo glossed over today? They didn't even want to talk about it because they were scared. Pokemon Go delayed.
Pokemon Go, everybody. Guys,
The world's
Pokemon,
Pokemon
Go's
Go.
out.
Pokemon Go delayed.
Have
Guys,
they
don't worry
ever
about
thought
Pokemon
about
Go's out.
making like actually doing something cool and making like a good recently done Pokemon RPG?
That's the new Pokemon's.
When are they
It has-
making
it's
another
all
Pokemon
3D.
Stadium?
That the new Pokemon's
So
have
you're
Pokemon
telling me
Stadium
you're
aspects
telling
to
me
it.
you're running around in like 3D space. It's a third person view of you running around as a Pokemon trainer. You can go anywhere you
Well,
want.
it-
and it's an open world and
it's
there's
still
Pokemon
top-down.
everywhere.
Hey, Jordan,
That's-
I have
Screw that.
That's
I don't want to
Pokemon.
see top
I
down
have a
Pokemon.
crazy
That's-
idea.
it is
Jordan, I have a
their-
crazy idea. You ready for this? A Pokemon Smash Brothers game.
Oh my god, that Pokken tournament. It's coming out. It's actually more like Tekken, but anyways.
I'm telling you.
Pokemon
Smash Brothers is a Pokemon
I want to
game.
see.
Pokemon Go got delayed. That
I
was the
want to
big
see
news.
that Pokemon that is actually a cool looking
Wait,
thing. That's
I'm turning it on for you right now.
I don't want to see that garbage because you say it's top down. I don't want to see it.
It's kind of behind.
I don't
it.
want to see it. I don't want to see it top down.
No, you have to play a little bit.
I want to see Skyrim meets Pokemon.
Ooh, holy
It's like
shit.
Skyrim with Pokemon.
No, it's not.
Look.
That's not what that is. That's
Look.
garbage. No, no,
It's from behind.
no. I don't want to see that.
And there's 3D
Put that away,
fights.
Spencer. Put
Jordan,
that away.
look at
I
this
don't
fight.
care.
Look at this.
I
fight.
want that. All I'm thinking about is Skyrim Pokemon now. Everything you're saying
It
is just
does
like
sound awesome. But okay, look at this.
Can you imagine how good that would sell if they made a? I don't want to see this
Look,
trash.
there's 3D
That looks like
fights.
garbage.
There's 3D fight.
I don't care. That's not
It's
3D.
a 3D fight.
Look at how just pathetic and.
What were the aspects that are Pokemon Stadium?
The 3D fights.
Oh,
Do you like the mini games and stuff like that?
it's been a while since I played that. That was on the N64,
It's
right?
really fun. I played it not too long ago.
N64.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. And then they did Coliseum, but that was a story mode. Oh, play Coliseum. Play Pokemon Coliseum for GameCube.
Skyrim.
That was
Pokemon
third-person
mods.
Pokemon. You actually got to ride a motorcycle in it, too. It's pretty cool.
He's not gonna perk up until you switch away from Pokemon.
But yeah, Pokemon Go delayed. 2 new Star Fox games. One of them is iffy, possibly. Next
All right.
up.
Well, Joe wanted to come in and do something.
yeah, here, let me
right?
grab him real
What was?
Wait,
the-
you missed one.
I'm not. I didn't want to save Joe for last.
Yeah, Joe, we'll talk about
Joe isn't last trick, Jordan. The last trick is the really sleazy guy who just wants a quickie in the back seat. That's the last trick, Jordan. He's really schlubby. He's trying to, hide from his wife.
Oh, here.
I don't
Joe,
wanna be on-
Scooch over near me.
I don't want to be on Creature
You're hitting
Talk
that
with-
TV like crazy right now.
Sorry.
Oh no.
Hello, everybody.
Oh man, I'm burping.
Is that mic unmuted?
Yeah, they all are.
Okay.
Come on, sit down. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Creature Talk.
How's
Joe.
everyone doing today?
I don't know what this is, but I remember you saying you wanted to come in, and I don't know what that is. So.
Oh, I know what it is. It's about to get real in here, okay? Because this was a conversation that happened out in the bullpen the other day.
I just saw that switch. I just saw that switch.
So there
Alex
was a
doing
conversation going on in the bullpen not too long ago, and Joe brought it up, and we started talking about it.
I'm trying to think. How did we begin the conversation?
Oh God! I know what this is now.
You just brought it up.
I know what this is.
I don't know.
Now.
I don't know if there was a reason that I brought
I'm
it up,
trying to
or
I think you came in at the tail end of it, Jordan. I don't think you were there the entire
I think you
time,
literally
were
just
I was
brought
there
it up.
pretty early.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, I
don't
heard
want to
it.
say. I think I know
Okay,
why it was brought up. but I don't
I'll
wanna
be
say it.
as blunt as I can, and we'll do it as if you guys were in the bullpen.
No, don't just hit it right on the head. Make sure you build up to
These
it.
are the kind of conversations we have in the bullpen.
Okay, so the bullpen.
Hold the mic to your face.
The bullpen is great because whenever I have a question,
You just-
I can just say it because in my mind, in my crazy mind, I think of things that are like out of control. So I was like, I mean, I can't really build up to it. Like it's kind of like it was an
he
idea.
was sitting there, and then
Do
we
it-
had talked
do it how
about
you
something,
want.
and then he turned to Aaron, and he asked him,
If you were a girl, would you fuck yourself?
"Okay,
Wait, no.
You
if
didn't
you ran
phrase it like that.
If you
You-
ran
you
into
were-
a girl version of yourself, would you fuck
it
that
got
version?
into
If you
some."
if
Yeah,
you
that's how he
were
pitched it,
if you
though.
were
He
a girl,
pitched it. We went further into it asking
Yeah,
questions,
that's
but
true.
that was his question: was if you were a girl, would you fuck yourself?
if you're a guy and you saw a girl version of yourself, would you fuck her?
The thing you have to remember though is this is my point.
Okay, this is where it gets
Now
into
this,
deep.
now this is where it gets deep and really weird.
So my point was, wouldn't this
How
just
would this-
essentially be a fraternal twin version?
how would
you
this
be having
female
sex with
version
your
of
twin?
yourself?
Like it's fraternal twins don't just have sex with each other.
And then I think this went into interdimensional.
Yeah, because then he was
alternate
like, "Okay,
dimensions.
no, this is an
No,
alternate,
So someone
alternate
said
universe."
somebody said I'm a girl, so no. Okay.
So
Now,
it'd be a guy.
It'd be a guy.
Yeah, it would be inverse.
if you saw yourself
or
as
if
the
you're a
opposite
lesbian,
gender.
it'd be a
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, just
Actually,
so you
I think
guys
the big
know,
one
this is gonna get really weird. So
But I think
if you're not okay with it, then I'm sorry.
you had a
Joe used to be so innocent.
you
He
had
used
a
to be
rival
so-
to my
Never.
to my conversation about
don't make it seem like you guys don't think about these kind of things because I know you do.
Joe. You had a rival
What
to it,
triggered
though.
this? I kind of want to go into your internal
Because
thought process.
it's like a really weird thing.
Were you thinking like, oh, my
would you-
hair's getting long, kind of like a girl?
Yeah, no.
Oh, if I saw a girl,
that is why because
that is why.
because one time I was out in public with a friend and like I was with a girl and then someone walked up behind us and they were like, "Can I help you, ladies?" So I was like, "Oh shit! Like I need to cut my hair." Cause I was like, "Shit." That's probably how it happened. I was like, "Should I cut my
I thought you
hair?"
were about to say I was with a girl and I wouldn't fuck her, but I thought I'd fuck her if she was me.
No.
So, okay, there we go. Someone asked it. Would we still be related? That's where the big
Yes.
question comes in.
If it's a
No,
version
no, no,
of you,
we-
you
we
share the
didn't-
same chromosomes.
But we didn't know if this was an interdimensional you, which technically would have come across
But you'd have the same
dimensions.
parents. It's a version
No,
of you.
this
That's
is
the whole
where-
point. Is it's
What's
exactly
the parentage?
you, but
is
a
it
girl.
just somebody who happens to look like you? Like every once in a while, I remember there was a yard sale when I was young. My mom said there was a little black boy who looked exactly like me, and it was really creepy.
You should have been best friends with him.
So I mean, sometimes
So
there are
it's-
just people that happen to look the same. Like
No,
Jordan and
his
Tom
point
Cruise
was
used to look
it
alike.
is you. You run into someone with the same mind as you, except they're a
It'd
girl.
be like
Same
But
mind.
then, wait a
Wait, what are you
second.
talking
If you
about
had the
mind?
same mind,
Wait.
you'd be thinking the same thing. So you
Joe,
walk
Joe's
up,
the
and
creator
then
of the
your
rules.
mind starts going
Is it
back
the same
and forth.
mind, or is it just you as a girl? Like, do they have the same
it's a
life
girl
experiences
version
as
of you. Like it'd be a girl version of you.
Do they have the same mind as you? Like, are you both like, okay, are we about to do this?
You
see,
connect
where it gets kind of weird is
What do you mean? Where it gets
Hey, hold
this
on. What
entire
if-
thing is
what
weird.
if I don't want to have sex with the girl
you
version
don't
of me,
have
but
to.
she
It's a
really wants to have sex
It's
with me?
a question. It's an open-ended question. Everyone in
What
the
if she
chat
won't
and all
stop
of you guys
until
are
it
gonna have-
happens?
Then
And
you
then
guys
it,
have
just,
to
then
give
it just
in?
gets into no.
You
That
see,
is wrong.
I know it's very wrong, but I was curious where you were going
So
with that.
I think
don't
we
know.
should. I think we should go down the line, and I'm gonna ask you: is it okay? Is this? Would you do it? Would you?
Okay,
fuck
so
yourself?
Off of what rules?
If you were
What
okay,
are- what is
You need to
if you
establish.
were-
You need to establish this. This is like a hypothetical. a little
if
bit,
you
but-
were
Hypothetical.
if you were a girl, if if it was Dan with a vagina, would you?
This
fuck
is
I already
this
have
is a
boobs,
Lyle.
so-
This isn't quite as crazy as a Lyle hard hitting question,
Yeah,
but
it's
it
a hard-hitting
is on
question.
the
would
the
you,
level of hard hitting.
Would you fuck yourself? That is the question. Would you fuck yourself?
I don't think I would.
No.
I don't think I would. Are you saying no? That's bullshit.
I'll tell you when you get it
Yeah,
gets to
you have
me.
to-
Now it's
okay.
your turn.
So I would say is you have to clarify this though. Do they have the same mind as us, or are they a different person?
Is it a girl version of me who's a little bit more fit, or is it like me as I currently
I
stand?
mean, that girl would have her own
So
life.
she has her own life experiences.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
don't
was
share the
it
same
like
mind.
so? It literally is twins then. So
Yeah.
like we were born but separated,
Because
and then she had a completely different life.
'Cause the way you made
or
it
is
sound
that
was that
she
you're
happens
having-
to look like me.
She's a girl version that she looks like you.
so instead of a Y chromosome, he got another X one.
yeah.
So you have two X's instead of an X and a Y.
Yeah.
That means
Is
he's
it-
still related to that
Is
girl.
it his clone? Is she his clone or a twin?
Not a clone. Not a twin.
But they have the
What
same
i-
DNA.
Another version of yourself.
But we have the same DNA.
So that
If he was to put
okay,
a-
so she's completely different. She's completely
if he
different.
was to
Not
put
same
seed
DNA.
in that thing, that baby would not turn out right.
Hey, who's saying I'm not using protection?
You
I might be
should.
fucking myself, but I'm not. I'm going to use protection.
Good. Who knows what you have?
okay. So
Is she on
would
birth
you do
control?
it? No.
I'm using
Wait,
protection.
is she
either way.
voting for Trump?
What?
Is she voting for Trump?
No.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll fuck her.
Does she? Like,
Jordan, would you fuck yourself?
this has been so muddled and
Jordan!
confused.
Wait.
me, Jordan.
What
I'm
in the,
you.
What in the world?
I don't think I have a bald spot. Do I have a bald spot?
I don't think so.
No, I don't
Jordan.
know what you're talking about.
It's
Fuck
like
me,
it's like
Jordan.
the like your
Diggity
the top of your
dog.
head.
I don't think there's
Darn
anything that
sure.
would make me want to do anything to a female version of myself.
She'd be flexing the whole time as you.
Yeah, no
"Oh,
way, no
Jordan,
way, no
yeah."
way.
Both of them would be terrible at cardio.
Oh yeah.
We would
Oh,
be
they'd
able
be
to
over
run.
so quick.
They'd be winded so fast.
You wouldn't know.
What? What do you mean?
Okay.
I'm so confused. This
So-
doesn't make any sense.
I think that it's really fucked up to fuck yourself
Oh, why
in
do you-
this dimension. If they're from a different dimension, though, it could work.
It
Wait,
could
but you
still be
didn't bring up
related to you.
interdimensional though. You said it's just a lookalike.
So this
His
is
whole
like
point was to
Rick and
make us look
Morty.
idiotic. And then he's
We're
like,
going
I
and then he's
wouldn't
like,
do
hell
it.
no.
Aaron said he'd fuck himself.
Oh, of course Aaron would.
Aaron would.
Aaron's easy to himself.
Aaron would fuck anything.
So
I'm kind of
maybe
afraid for his
interdimensional.
rats.
Okay, well, what are these
Would you
interdimensional
be
rules?
attracted? Would you be attracted to yourself if you were a girl?
I
I'm
think
attracted to
there-
myself right now.
I think there's
That's
genes
what I
that
mean.
prevent you from
it
doing
could
that.
be. It could be good. Because you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I think this is turning into incest.
they're
To
no,
be
no,
honest.
no. They're not your twin. They're not your twin. They're not
Then
related.
how is it a version of you?
Because it's.
You're saying they just look like you, then it's not you. It's someone else.
exactly, but they're
What
you.
if they're really annoying?
You said a version of you.
It's a big mind fuck right now.
Okay, do they share DNA with you?
No.
Do they
He
share a
already-
mind
he
with
already
you?
clarified this.
Then how is it you?
He said they're separate people. They just look you. They look like you.
Then the point of the question is moot. There's no point.
Would you fuck
There's
yourself?
a person who looks like you. They want to fuck you. Would you fuck them? That's the question.
That's a stupid question.
What?
It's a stupid question.
No.
Joe. The point of the question was, would you be willing to go past all
All right,
that
let's
incest to have
take it
sex
to
with
the.
yourself?
Let's take it to the next level. Would you fuck a girl version of Dan? If Dan was a girl, would you fuck her?
There would be no versions of anyone that I would go after in this office.
How do you know?
Ooh. What about Joe? Joe's a pretty
No.
hot catch.
Joe is a pretty man.
I mean, you take away that beard, feminize the face a little bit.
Actually, no. We ran into
Maybe
girl
make
Joe.
the nose a little bit
We
smaller.
ran into girl Joe at the bar. Our waitress. She wasn't literally you.
Oh,
she
that
even
one.
pranked her friends and would put shit in their drinks.
Yeah.
She had your nose. She was pretty
The
attractive.
question isn't unclear. The question is pretty simple. Would you
Oh
fuck
my
yourself if
goodness.
you were a girl?
I don't know, Rick. I don't know if I
That's
do
kind of
this,
feel like Rick
Rick.
and Morty.
People are getting upset. People are getting upset. If you're getting upset, I'm pretty sorry, but it's a valid
Joe,
question.
now I have a question for you. Would you have
You
sex
can't
with
avoid it.
Joe, would you have sex with a girl Aaron?
No,
Hey,
no.
you think about it.
I'm not. No, I wouldn't.
What about girl me?
No,
Girl Jordan?
no,
No, anyone in the
What about
office?
male him?
no. I don't think so.
I can take you from behind.
He said no for the female
I don't
version of
think-
you, but for male
was
version
like,
of you, he was like, I don't think so.
I
There's
don't
there's
think
an
so.
element of hope
I got
there.
something. I got something here.
You got Joe on the back burner, Spencer.
If I ever get real desperate.
Are you thinking about this more, Joe, or are we done?
I think that's it. I mean, I think everyone got pretty upset about it.
I think you ruined the
You
point of the
didn't-
question.
You really didn't solidify the rules of this. See, the thing about Lyle when he did these hard-hitting
Well, they had a
questions-
hook. Those had a hook. Those
Well,
literally
they,
had
they had a
choices.
hook, but I'm
this
just saying
is like would
he
you or wouldn't you?
established like set rules so that you couldn't like
Yeah.
you knew what you were getting into.
You had to pick
either
one or
way.
the other.
Yeah,
there was damned if you do, damned if you don't for those. But it was more so
They're
interesting.
not. I'm giving you. I'm giving
socially
the
what you
rules.
picked.
They're not related.
No, you had no.
They
real-
don't make
yeah,
sense,
Then
though.
what's the point of the question? You're
he's
asking
talking
us
about
if we'd had someone
the
who
hard-hitting
looked similar
questions
to us.
were questions that were both fucked up either choice you did.
Yeah.
This one, it's like, would you do something that's kind of fucked up, or would you
Exactly.
just not do that?
But then he took
Exactly.
away the fucked up point. What's the point? It's not fucked up anymore. It's someone who kind of looks like you.
But he's saying so. Okay,
But it
so
is
it's just,
you.
It's just. But it's,
No,
that's where
it's not.
confusing.
There's no DNA
Is
and
it
no
you or
mind.
not?
How is it me? Do I talk to them and they love Zelda as much as me? Pokemon?
No,
Nintendo?
because they were,
Twitter links?
They can be whoever they want to be. You don't know who they are.
Then how is it me?
They're you. It's your girl version.
That doesn't make sense, Joe. Joe, this doesn't make
It'd be
any
like
sense.
okay.
Joe, go finish the hub.
Okay.
Go.
Thank you for
I
joining
have-
us.
I have a
Joe.
bet- I have a better
Thank you for
idea.
joining us.
What's your better
you have
idea?
a-
What's your better idea?
I'll tell you on next Creature Talk.
Oh, teaser.
To be
Alright.
continued.
Thank you everyone for
Everyone say
joining
bye
us
to
today
Joe.
for this fucked
Thank
up
you for his
conversation.
incredible contribution.
Bye. You're incredible.
Why did you whisper it? You're like,
I
goodbye.
know they couldn't hear me anyways.
Oh, I turned it down again.
See you, Joe.
Get out of here.
We love you. Oh, that's so great.
That's
My
just-
goodness. What have we gotten ourselves into?
I
the
like
last
how
topic that's on the board there. What were you about to say?
like we left this topic for last.
Yeah, it's a good, big grand finale closer.
Well, are you guys ready for our final topic?
I think we can chat about other stuff.
Yeah, oh, there's other
More
chattable
minutes.
things. Oh, I was about to go on to the Doom cover art thing. id Software has taken to their Twitter, I think it's the official Doom Twitter, and we're leaving it up to the fans to vote for the cover art for the game. There's two different designs. There's an A and a B. A is a lot more basic here. I can show you. A is really basic.
Is it just like Doom logo with a black background?
Yeah, it's like it's like a yeah, it's pretty much that. It's not Doom logo. It's like one of the demon things with like a pentagram or whatever. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the Oscars. What the fuck?
Hot diggity dog.
Jesus Christ! I can't believe we didn't talk about the Oscars.
Someone just brought up Leo, so we'll talk about the Oscars after this.
Oh shit! I don't
You know what Leo could really use? An Oscar.
that doesn't work anymore.
That's right. That meme died. So the Oscars happened this past
Wait,
week.
he's
Oh,
still talking about Doom.
I didn't finish the Doom
He's
thing.
talking about
Oh.
Doom.
That's fine.
I'm looking at the Doom Twitter on my phone. Let's see.
They left it up to fans to vote for the cover art. The
How do
A
I-
design is kind of eh,
Oh wait, option B.
and B design is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is a design. It looks like
Here, I could bring it
Pull
up on this.
the
Yeah, I'll
thing.
bring it up on the
so
screen.
people can see
B
a little
design
bit.
looks fucking awesome.
B design is awesome, and it's an homage to their
First-
the original
yeah.
cover for Doom.
I like A, but
A's not bad. It's just not great.
I'm gonna vote for B.
So
Oh, B is destroying though.
oh yeah, B is destroying.
B is it's like there's 23,000 votes and it's 64%.
So there is A or B. That's B.
You
B
can
is
open
really
it in
awesome.
Tab actually. And then zoom in.
Huh?
Open
What
image,
is
new tab.
Doom?
What the fuck is wrong with you? What do you
Open
mean?
image and new tab. Nope.
Open image and new tab.
And then go to that new
Do
tab.
that.
Oh, you
Open
have to
the
do
new
that on
tab.
here. That's annoying. Sorry.
Open the new tab.
Tab. And
Alt,
then I'm
and
gonna.
then zoom in.
Alt and zoom in, Daniel. Alt and zoom
How do,
in.
how do you alt? I don't have
Alt,
the Where's
alt
the
and
mouse?
zoom in.
Oh,
I
there's
don't
the
know.
mouse.
We
Hold
took
on.
it. Okay, that's enough of Doom.
No, hey, we're still talking about Doom.
So there's the
Oh.
awesome Doom logo thing.
So that's the one that's winning.
That's the
Okay,
one
where's
that's winning
other
right
one?
now.
Why
So
didn't
the
you
other
show
one-
me the bad ones first?
That's the good
So I could have
one.
been like, ooh, ah.
This is
Then-
the-
oh.
And then this is well, it's really
What in
basic.
the world? You can't even see what's happening there.
You might be able to see it better on the.
Yeah, you
Well,
definitely
it's
can't see it.
super dark. It's literally just like a demon horse head thing. It's like the bad guy.
like a
Yeah,
cow.
The B one's
Doom,
significantly
and then
better.
like a little symbol on the back. The other one actually has artistry and is fucking awesome.
And it looks like the first game.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. He's like holding up a demon dude there.
What's that?
Spencer's
Is that a
rubbing his
Just
dick.
shotgun?
Electron people?
Yeah, that's the shotgun. There's a giant like skull.
So he's
in
standing
lava
on
back
a
there.
pile of skeletons in lava,
Skeletons.
and he's killing a bunch of monsters. That's just video games in a nutshell, right there.
Yeah.
Pretty
And Doom
impressed.
isn't afraid to say it.
But
Doom
yeah.
isn't afraid to say
He
it.
looks a
That's
lot
for
better.
darn
All right,
sure.
so what were we talking about? The Oscars?
I was
Yeah.
just saying the Oscars happened.
It was pretty good.
I actually have never, ever in my life sat through an entire award show. Like, never. So to get to finally sit through one and kind of witness it was, probably one of the worst experiences of my life.
Really?
But it
I
was
liked
okay
it.
to, it was okay
That
to
was
watch.
actually
This was one of the
compared
better
to last year and
Oscars.
the year before that. This was actually pretty good.
Yeah, this was one of the better ones.
It got pretty awkward in the first segment, but it was a good point. So
Yeah. They kind of kept hammering on the whole black and white
Yeah,
thing.
Which-
way
and
too
they had
much.
some funny stuff. I like the Black History Month, like Jack Black thing was kind of funny.
Oh, that
That
was
was
funny.
That was
I
pretty
liked that.
funny. And who was the lady that came out on stage?
Stacy Dash.
Was she the one that
What was
like
that?
was claiming to be African American, or was she someone completely different?
I don't know.
who is she?
So then, who is she?
She was in Clueless.
Why did
She
they
was
bring
the best
her
friend.
out?
I didn't get the joke.
Okay, yeah, I
Did
don't
you
think
get the joke?
anyone did.
What
No,
was
I-
the joke?
The joke is that she's like a uber conservative.
She's super conservative.
Okay,
Wow,
I
that's
still don't get the
I-
joke.
Obviously, the joke didn't go.
Yeah,
They're just silent and no.
and then she
boos,
walked
no-
out and went, like she had like a laugh as she walked off, and I was like, I don't like
Yeah, I
that.
don't think
That
I
made me
like that.
uncomfortable.
I think my
Okay,
favorite part was
cool.
the Girl Scout cookies. I thought that was pretty funny,
Yeah,
and it was funny seeing all the pictures of them going like.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Um,
The bear clapping I thought was very good.
Oh yeah,
The-
Leo
the-
didn't see him though.
Oh, he didn't.
Like,
Really?
because
There's a-
he was looking, and then when it was live,
I thought he saw it and he was like,
no, like I think it was the Screen Junkies video had that I think in there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
The amount of- the amount of-
but he didn't notice when I was watching it that I saw.
I saw several different, meme-related GIFs and the little images or comic strips of Leo. There's the one I showed you where Leo was crawling. It had that like Leo actor crawling through the mud, and then it showed the director pulling a string, and then it cut, and there's an Oscar at the end of the string, so he's like crawling through the thing. That was pretty funny. There's one where there's a flip book of Leo walking up to accept the Oscar, and a bear jumps out at him.
I saw that.
And attacks him. And then there's one where he walks up and accepts it, looks over, and Steve Harvey just presented the award to him.
That's
There's a
bad.
whole bunch of meme-related things.
I like
saw
seeing
that all
Tom
on
Hardy
Imgur,
smile.
Jordan.
I sure did.
All on Imgur.
I'm honestly not on there very much, Dan. I promise you.
You are on there
Like,
all the time.
You just happen.
I was talking
seriously,
during lunch.
I probably look at it
how
maybe
I look
twice
over and
a
I
week,
see you on
twice
there.
a week for maybe 5 minutes.
I
Like
don't
that's
know.
it.
When Leo said Tom Hardy's name and I saw him smile, my heart lit up a little bit. But I just like Tom Hardy a lot, so.
Tom Hardy's a cool dude.
You think he's getting an Oscar one day?
Yeah, he should.
I hope so. He's
he
a great
definitely
guy.
should. He probably should have gotten
Oh,
it for
God,
that
The
as
Warrior?
a supporting
That's
actor.
such a
I
good
thought he
movie.
was. Like I really thought he was
Thought
going to
he
get it
gonna
that time.
nominated. Yeah, there was a lot of snubs and all that jazz. I thought it was funny. It's something the Screen Junkies did point out. Mark Ruffalo and Mark Rylance were both
Oh, I know. I saw
nominated
that
for
when it
Best
was
Supporting.
live.
And well, no, I didn't. He didn't really make a face. I'm just
Yeah, he
saying.
did.
I just he did.
Yeah, they were like Mark, and then they said Rylance, and he was like, and then he started laughing. Mark Ruffalo. He was
Well,
like-
because they both have like the same like Mark. So it's
Mark
like
Ru-
there's that moment where you
Oh,
think
man.
you won an
You
Oscar.
You have
It's
to
like,
drag
holy
it
sh-
out.
oh.
Yeah, anyone else
He
that
laughed,
starts
though. He was
off
a good
at the
sport about
first
it.
letter, and you can usually defend it, but it's like Mark.
I didn't expect that at all. I didn't expect Mark Rylance, but I mean, I hadn't seen a lot of the Oscars.
when I saw advertising for that movie, it seemed very generic to me.
Bridge of Spies.
Yeah.
I had heard good things. I don't know. I haven't really gone out of my way to see any Steven Spielberg movies in the last 5 or 6 years, for however long he's been outrageously prevalent, but he just hasn't been making movies that I necessarily want to go see like he used to.
I wish Straight Outta Compton won something. That movie was really good.
He was only nominated for one thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it lost. It was really good though.
Shame.
Like
I've
that
never.
movie
I
was,
still haven't seen
that might
it,
have been my
but I
favorite
just
movie
heard
last year.
Nothing but amazing things from it.
Music-wise, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah. And
Joe,
then
stop talking about it in chat too.
Mad Max.
Okay, maybe in
just
the sixth
wrecked.
dimension. Jeez, he's really going hardcore with that
Goodness,
whole fuck yourself thing.
ridiculous.
That Mad Max thing was pretty funny.
Which one?
Where they won 6 in a row, and then remember he pulled it out for like best foreign short film, and he's like,
Oh, that
Mad
was
Max.
that Louis
Mad Max?
C.K.
Yeah.
Mad Max.
I thought
Yeah,
that was
Louis
really
C.K. was like, he had the best presentation
That was
out of
pretty
everybody.
funny.
He's like, this is the only Oscar that's going to go home in a Honda Subaru. Or whatever. Not Honda Subaru. Honda
Honda Civic or whatever.
Honda Civic. Honda Subaru.
It was pretty funny though.
Yeah, that was really funny. What was I gonna say? There was something else. Yeah, it was awesome seeing Mad Max win so much, and so much in a row.
Yeah,
It
it
gave
was
me
ridiculous.
it gave me the inkling that it might have a chance for Best Picture, which
Yeah.
would have been insane had that won.
You'd think something that won that much would be Best Picture.
That's what I thought it was going to
And you
start
think
sweeping.
when they
I was
have-
thinking Return of the King all over again.
that when they have Revenant winning Best Cinematography and Best Director, and then it doesn't win Best Picture is kind of like
They do that every once
Who
in a
won
while.
Best Picture again?
Spotlight.
That's
Oh,
fine.
that's right. Yeah.
They
I
do
was
that every
sad
once in a while.
Star Wars didn't win anything.
Yeah. Did they win
They
sound
didn't win
mixing?
anything.
No.
No, not even special effects.
Oh, that was Mad Max won sound mixing. And,
Yeah, and they also won special effects.
yeah. Well, I mean, that movie was.
Oh, it was great. Don't get
'Cause,
me
like,
wrong.
going back
I
and-
just like.
I think I talked about it when on one of the Creech talks, but going back and watching the special features on Mad Max, it was amazing how much background replacement they did and CG.
like that whole
and-
canyon shot.
Yeah, like all that canyon stuff, nothing was there. It was wide open desert. Like that, I had no idea. So it was like that was a lot of hidden stuff that was used to kind of more so complete the picture as opposed to actually and straight up just replace everything and like they do a lot of the time. So I mean that definitely deserved it. You had asked about Interstellar. If Interstellar had won anything,
I was just curious.
They won Best Special Effects that year.
That makes sense. It was very visually pleasing.
Yeah, I mean that movie had some really great special effects too. Anyway, Leo won the Oscar. I was so happy.
Oh, yeah. I think everyone's just like, well, you got to stay in ovation.
Yeah.
Everyone was just kind of like,
And he had his speech all prepared. and
They didn't play him
it
off either.
Yep. That would have been pretty funny if they would
that
have
would have been so bad. I bet he would have been so pissed.
I'm surprised. Usually it's like, I think Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Movie. Sometimes generally those are the ones that don't usually get played off. Because I've watched the Oscars more than a few times. I've seen them maybe 10 times in my life, and yeah, usually those people don't get played off. But
Alejandro was the
He
only
fought
one
it.
that fought all
Oh,
the way
yeah.
through the song. So
that
yeah,
was the
Best Director.
stupidest song. Liz and I were talking about that. It was just like dun 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 dun. They were playing.
they were playing the
March of the
Flight-
Valkyrie,
yeah.
Flight of the Valkyrie. Like that was the stupidest song to play people off with because it's just usually it's like they start
Yeah, it's
playing
just
like
regular,
violin stuff.
just, yeah.
You know,
well,
just
that
like
song also, what movie is it from?
what's it called?
Because it's in a
Apocalypse
scene
Now?
where they're bombing people.
Yeah, Apocalypse Now, I think.
Yeah. And they were like playing the certain things where they're like, they played it, someone won it was like a short for people like actually getting hurt during war. And they played that song, and it's granted, it's whatever, but
Ride of the Valkyries.
it's just kind of, it can be insensitive.
Apocalypse
sometimes,
Now.
But
Yeah, no, that's really weird. Did anyone see the edit with Steve Harvey? Somebody in the chat said that.
No, I didn't see it.
Jordan did. No, you said you saw the
Oh, that
the
like
GIF or whatever.
yeah, it was just a picture. I think a little comic strip thing.
Anyway, Lego Movie didn't get nominated for Best Animated Picture yet again.
that's so stupid. They should have won last year.
They should have re-nominated it for a year it wasn't a part of just because I fucking
Just
love
nominate
that
the
movie.
Blu-ray.
I can't believe. I mean,
was a pretty
I was
good
glad
movie.
Inside Out won Best Animated Picture.
Yeah. That was good too.
That was a great movie. I just like watching you talk because you're like right.
I always get really close to the mic.
Well, that's where it sounds best and
his
very
mustache,
supple.
but he's literally making contact with the
We
microphone.
have a nice and supple sounding voice.
I usually rub my
just
my
talking
mustache all
right
over the
into the
microphone
mic.
while we're.
Welcome to
I am-
NPR.
This is now NPR portion of Creature Talk, where
I'm
we're going to be
Sandy
talking
Anderson.
about the delegates of the 2016 Democratic caucus vote that happened nearby at the.
And the debates will be happening. Spencer is our field correspondent. We will now be passing it over to him.
Why, hello, and welcome to the correspondent. I have a lot to
Okay,
talk
well, that's
today.
about it. Anything else we can talk about for today's Creature Talk?
Someone said, so ready for Finding Dory.
The trailer's coming out, I think. Wasn't it supposed to come out Wednesday? Maybe it's
coming
next
out
Wednesday.
Pretty soon here.
Next
yeah.
Wednesday. I've been seeing commercials for it.
Pretty soon. I'll tell you what, right now.
Oh,
Finding
Twilight
Dory-
Princess comes out tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness.
The fuck is that?
Piece of trash
Legend of Zelda, it's the
game.
remake.
Just another piece of garbage
I ordered the
Zelda.
special edition. It comes with a cloth map of the
Piece
game.
of garbage Zelda that belongs in the trash.
It's pretty great.
In the trash. So thank you
Garbage
so much,
trash.
everyone, for joining us for today's Creature Talk. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you, everyone, for joining
the
us.
trailer
Hopefully you
didn't come
enjoyed
out.
the double
missed
stream
it.
day that happened with good old-fashioned Mario Party, which will actually be up on the Stream VOD channel, as well as the main channel, edited down into some gameplay
Pretty
stuff.
fun.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. Mario Party's fun. Party games are fun. Too bad they're not making more of them. But yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I don't think there's anything else really going on. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's Creature Talk. We'll see you next week. I believe we're having another one.
See you guys. I enjoyed spending time with you all.
Setting my mic down. I'm gonna play
Don't dwell on Joe's question too much. It was a stupid question, but just think about it. Not too much though.
Tasty, Mike.